the Nets off the tip. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Irving. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Now here's Irving. Harden outside. Banked in off the glass.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Here's Fox following the basket by Blake Griffin. Pass to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did catch up with Coach Luke Walton. We talked about the need to be tough with KD, physically and mentally. Coach said, we understand he's going to go on runs, even against tight defense. We can't get down on ourselves or start forcing things at the other end as a result. We'll see if they can maintain that even keel throughout the game. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Harden, following the miss by Griffin. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And the pass to Holmes. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And Griffin, here we go. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Griffin's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
The wide open look here for Fox. No good from outside.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Harden, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Lets it go with the 3. Unable to get that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Here's KD. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Whiteside's checked in for Rashawn Holmes, and Halliburton subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Now, here's Halliburton. So the Kings call timeout, their first. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. The shot's good from Irving. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Nets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Terrence Davis comes in for Marvin Bagley. And it's DeLon right in for Buddy Hield. They get it again. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Sacramento. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And If you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Well, you know, you've got to really appreciate DeLon Wright's relentless desire to get better. I mean, this guy's constantly trying to hone his craft.
Dinwiddie's checked in for James Harden. And Durant gets it to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here is Halliburton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Griffin kicks to Dinwiddie. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And Wright, here we go, and finished off by Wright.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Halliburton passes to Whiteside.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. Brooklyn making some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Brown from outside the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific.